received a call from NATO asking if we would need some help. So NATO, the most powerful military alliance in human history, called Donald Trump like a neighbor offering to help move furniture. And Trump's response? Stay away, unless you want to buy our oil. That's not diplomacy. That's a gas station attendant talking to a customer. Here's the thing, NATO countries have been writing blank checks for this alliance for decades, and Trump just told them their check bounced. Called them a paper tiger on Truth Social. Not in a classified briefing. Not in a summit. On Truth Social. Do you realize how insane that is, or have we all just fully normalized this? Okay, wait, back up. Iran, with the help of the USA, is removing sea mines from the strait. Sea mines. We almost had a naval blockade situation, and they're just casually mentioning this 2 minutes after the post went up. The anchor literally says, "My apologies. He shared that about 2 minutes ago, like this is a delayed pizza delivery update, not a potential act of war being walked back in real time." I need someone to explain to me how this is normal. Because from where I'm sitting, we almost had ships getting blown up in international waters, and the way the public found out was a Truth Social post between 2 other Truth Social posts. Who's running the communications? Who is in charge?
Would need some help. I told them to stay away unless they just want to load up their ships with oil. They were useless when needed, a paper tiger, President Donald J. Trump. So that just coming in here from the president as we're sharing this news. Now, we also have heard from him a few more times on Truth Social here today. He started off by saying Iran, with the help of the USA, has
Trump just ended a geopolitical standoff, told NATO to go kick rocks, and RFK Jr. is somewhere in a hearing room doing whatever RFK Jr. does. All of this happened in the last hour. And Fox News is just casually reading Truth Social posts like it's a grocery list. Let's get into it. Thank you to Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar for your great bravery. Great bravery. These are the countries that get thanked. Not NATO, a 32-nation alliance of democracies. No, the Gulf monarchies get the shout-out. The ones with the oil. The ones Trump literally just told NATO to go buy oil from. I'm not saying there's a pattern here. Actually, yes, I am. I am absolutely saying there's a pattern here. Follow the oil. It's always the oil.
So we do have another post here from President Trump on Truth Social speaking on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. He says this, now that the
And then, mid-broadcast, they just cut to RFK Jr. testifying in front of Congress. No transition. No context. 1 second, it's international naval crises. The next, it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. mumbling about representing 80% of American lives. What does that mean? 80% of what? Lives? Policies? His own brain's remaining capacity? Look, I actually want to hear what he's saying because HHS controls a massive chunk of domestic policy. But the way this broadcast just slapped 2 completely different news stories together with zero breathing room tells you everything about how we consume information now. We're getting world historical events served to us like a TikTok feed. Swipe. NATO rejected. Swipe. Sea mines. Swipe. RFK. And we're all just fine with it?
Has removed or is removing all sea mines. That also coming out from the president actually just about 2 minutes ago. So my apologies. He shared that about 2 minutes ago. But he has been posting about this since early morning. Now, also this post, as he says, thank you to Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar for your great bravery and help. President Donald J. Trump. So a lot of posts here on social media from the president.
Here's what actually happened today. Stripped of all the noise, Trump negotiated or claimed credit for negotiating a de-escalation in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's removing mines. The strait's reopening. That's objectively significant. Markets are reacting. Gulf states are being thanked. But instead of a press conference, instead of a briefing, instead of any formal diplomatic communication, the world learned about this through a series of Truth Social posts that a Fox anchor was reading out loud, live, slightly behind schedule. That's the presidency in 2025. And whether you love Trump or hate him, that should make everyone at least a little uncomfortable. Trump told NATO to stay away and thanked Gulf monarchies instead. Is this genius leverage, or is he just rewriting alliances based on who has oil? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know where you land on this.
bravery and help President Donald J. Trump. So a lot of posts here on social media from the president. And once again, here is a live look at how the stock market is reacting to this news here today. All right, so we'll keep that up on a screen for you, but let's head back out to Washington, D.C., where we were listening in to this live event here, and that is HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Hormuz Strait situation is over. I received a call from NATO asking if we were, and he's testifying. Let's listen in.
Insurance companies, the biggest ones that represent 80% of American lives. 3 months into my office, and I got them all agreed to end prior